Good morning and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Eric Frank.
And we are live from the CTV studios in Wellington, Florida. And we are back at the Grand Champion Polo Club, set to meet the Polo Farm for our 2023 limited edition 8-goal. Congratulations to Aurea winning their first game. They're 1-1 now in the Medal of Purdue. And that's our 6-goal polo, 4-chucker polo. But now we're going back to 6-chucker polo. And, Jan, 2 new teams here.
Yep.
And, wow, we have a lot of young polo stars playing today here in this limited edition 8 goal with some of our elder statesmen, sponsors that have played here, especially with the Casimiro team.
Yeah, we do indeed. And as you were saying, Dale, this is the second game of the limited edition 8 goal. Loudmouth, that is one of those new teams that played their opening game. They took on Raful Polo. Raful Polo coming up victorious, winning that opening game 9-6. There are, of course, 6 teams in the limited edition 8 goal, 2 brackets of 3. Raful Polo, as I just mentioned, they're in bracket 1, Loudmouth in bracket 2. And then today, of course, with Casimiro, that is in bracket 1, and Grand Champions Polo Club in bracket 2. We can already give you a little rundown of who the players are. So Casimiro, they will be in the red shirts this morning. We've got Steve Cox at number 1, and we're just waiting for the actual official breakdown of who's playing where. But Mickey Navija Estrada is in there as well. Grant
Yeah, it looks like they're going to put Paquito at the 2, Yan. I mean, to interrupt you there, but we switched around, so that means Grant will be going in the back.
So, Steve Cox at 1, Paquito de Narvaez at 2, Grant Ganzi at 4, and Mickey Navija Estrada at 3, if I get that correct. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we weren't sure they mixed it up a little bit. There's a new team playing together. That should be a fun combination with Steve. Steve, what a great guy coming out of Dallas, Texas, and you wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Steve. He'll ride over. He always likes to give a big shout-out to his family. So a big shout-out to Steve's family. They always like to watch on CTV Sports.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Deb, but I'm pretty sure I saw Fran Spinacci coming across our screens a few seconds ago wearing the number 2.
Yeah, they're going to line up the same way. They're going to put Milo at 1, McDonough, and Fran Spinacci at 2, Antonio Aguirre at 3, and Nito Mariano Uranga at the number 4 position, filling in today for Pablo Spinacci.
And as you said, this is a 6-chucker match, so we have 2 mandated officials, Roddy Matthews, who, of course, was in the saddle just a few moments ago in the 6th goal, alongside Esteban Ferrari, and, of course, as always, third man, IRO, Mr. Steve Lane.
You know, we're talking about Milo. Well, at 12 years old, he was one of the youngest players to ever play in the World Polo League. He filled in and did a great job. You know, he's won a lot of tournaments. In 2021, he won the Copa Potrillos, and it's all in Argentina. 2021, he played a lot in 2021, the Copa Tolo Polo. And then in 2022, the Copa Tolo Polo. And these are all tournaments he won. And then the Martindale, Copa de Martindale in Argentina. And it goes on and on and on. He's played the Copa Avendaño there, the Araya, and wow, just very busy for a young player. And so keep an eye on him. He's there in the blue right there, number 1. And here we go, back to the action here quickly as they start out on the bowling. Umpires today, Esteban Ferrari and Roddy Matthews. We are using the triggers where we have Steve Lane, our IRO third man, and away we go.
And that's a nice pickup here over the halfway line. And it's always, as I say, it is always so nice to see these young stars coming up through the ranks. A nice little run here by Fran Spinacci. Not able to finish what he started straight away. Casimiro coming in to pick that one up. Turned around here by Paquito de Narvaez. Great to see him back in the saddle again. I remember he also played last year. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he also jumped in, I think, in the World Polo League.
He was one of the young players to play in it also. And also, Antonio Aguirre played a game or 2. And so it's great to see those young players being able to step up and play in that high-level 26 goal. Grant Ganzi playing for the Casablanca team. Big win yesterday. They played against Audi.
Very big win.
And remember, 2 winning teams. They won the All-Star Challenge. Audi winning the Founders Cup. And now, of course, in the 26th goal, the World Polo League, we're in the Palm Beach Open. And liking the Casimiro jerseys.
Yeah.
Very stylish.
Very stylish, and they work very well with Grant Ganzi's helmet. I've got to say, he's got a new helmet. Here we go. Nice long ball from Ganzi. Nobody there to pick it up. It'll be the number 3 here for Grand Champions Polo Club, and that is Antonio Aguirre. He will leave that one for Uranga. Nice little pass up to the front to Spinacci, and Spinacci hammers that one down, Dale, and that is what we can get used to seeing here with this young man. So Fran Spinacci picking up the first goal here in this limited edition 8-goal second match.
Look at that snap. Fran, he has raised his level this year. And Fran Spinacci played in a number of different leagues. And watch Mariano, and that's going to be picked up by Fran Spinacci. So Fran Spinacci will score the first goal here in our first chukker of our limited edition 8-goal.
Both teams coming in off 7 goals, so no advantage given. And again, a very nice quick pick-up here now, this time by Milo McDonough. McDonough doesn't waste any time. He's got Ganzi behind him, but what can Ganzi do against this very, very talented young man? Well, he did do enough. Oh, he didn't do enough. Oh, my goodness. Milo coming in very quickly and picking up a very, very cheeky goal here. And look at this on your screens. Ganzi tries to hook him, but he just keeps his head down a little. Oh, no, hang on. The ball was left behind. It was the number 3, beg your pardon. Antonio Aguirre. But all the hard work being done there by Milo McDonough.
And, well, makes sense of, well, all the different tournaments that he's already won, well, in the last couple of years from 21, well, 2 years. He very busy playing in Argentina. Father Pablo McDonough, Mother Mercedes, and he represented very well in the took the pressure, scored 5 goals in one game in the World Polo League. One was a penalty shot, all the rest from the field. Turned around here, picked up by Mariano Uranga. He's going to go ahead and try to get him lined out here. And Ganzi will take a ride off there on Fran, and he'll regroup here for Casimiro.
Still Ganzi on the ball. And great to see Grant, of course, and he loves everything from, 6 and this now 8-goal polo to see him play. I think he played 2 games yesterday.
Yeah, played for Limehouse Properties, so 2-0 in the Maryland Purdue, playing with Limehouse Properties, captain in that team. So he's very busy, playing in 3 leagues this month.
Cleared on the line there by Nito Uranga, but still not contain that ball. Still Uranga now here for Grand Champions Polo Club. Takes it out to the far side with a lot of space for him to work with. Hammers that ball downfield. Looking for 1 or 2 of his attacking players. In comes a challenge. And that'll be the player with the number 2 here for Casimiro. That will be Paquito de Narvaez. I think that's his first or second touch here of the game. Again, another one of those rising stars. So with all of these names, of course, I think, Dale, we are looking here at the future of polo.
Yeah, it's a great representation of the future of polo. All these players, all their fathers, a number of fathers all play also. And moms are involved. And that'll take us to our first courtesy change and our first chukker. So we'll get everybody to switch up. We are using the courtesy change. We are not using the challenge system in the limited edition 8-goal, but the triggers are in place to check to see if a goal is scored. Anytime, any unsportsmanlike conduct, they can check for when 2 four-legged athletes come together on a ride-off. Good shot there of Paquito. And anytime 2 two-legged athletes come together on a sword fight or any kind of play, they can go back and review that. And they can review all the, it looks like there's some great coaches down there. It looks like, there's Miguel. So that's Mickey's father to the left there in the T-shirt, white T-shirt. Mm-hmm. Miguel Navija Estrada, who played for the Brookshire team in the World Polo League, filling in for his brother Alejandro, who's working in injury. So big shout to Alejandro. Hopefully he's getting through that injury. We got a lot of coaches out there. Who's over there? Looks like coaching. Well, you might have Mariano Aguirre down there. Look who's over there. Who we got? Oh, Pablo. See, Pablo McDonough also. So a lot of big guns out there doing some coaching today.
Great to see them out there. All the superstars of the World Polo League. I think I saw Pablo Spinacci as well. So, quick courtesy change. Players coming back out on the field, and it's turning out to be a very, very beautiful day here in southern Florida, here at Santa Rita Polo Farm. as they come back out and getting off to the better start, of course, Grand Champions Polo Club with a goal by Franz Pinacci and a goal by Antonio Aguirre. But it is still early doors, early days here in this, the first of our 6 chukkers of the limited edition 8-ball.
6 teams entered this year that play the cross bracket, as we were doing in the Malin Bordeaux. As they have 4 in that one, and they're doing a cross bracket. Play against each other. And it looks like they're going to go ahead. And then I think you might have a fair play ball. It looked like they might have. I don't think you had a foul on the play. It could have been one. You might get a fair play ball in here. They're just going to go ahead, and maybe it was a right of way there. So a penalty 5A, and it'll be Mariano.
Uranga looking to send it up to his number 3, but very quick interception there as Mickey Navijo Estrada came in to pick up that play. Now Ganzi will turn it, leave it for Mickey Navijo Estrada. Sends Paquito de Narvaez down the field, and he will get a piece of this. There is he faked the backhand. In comes a challenge from the number 2 from Franz Pinacci. Paquito takes a shot, and you can see he's not happy with himself there. Put that one very much out to the left-hand side. As the clock ticks down, coming up to 1.5 minutes left to play. So once again, Uranga will tap the ball back into play. Now he's got on his right-hand side Mila McDonough, and there is the pass coming exactly to the 0-goal player on the boards. Nice first touch here from Milo. Second touch even better. That's a nice long lofted shot, and it's picked up beautifully by the number 3, by Antonio Aguirre. Aguirre, yeah, just slightly overcooking that one.
That's give and go, though, by the 2 young players. And a beautiful pickup out of the air by Antonio, his father Mariano, mother Tati, who's the sister of Facundo Gondolito, the Pierre's boys. And there comes the knock-in, picked up and taken here by Paquito.
And he will send a nice long ball down the field now. There has Ganzi got enough time to pick this one up and run it. Good first touch here from Double G. Sends it out a little bit too far to the left-hand side. I'm sure that was not his intention, but a nice pickup. Oh, a top ball there by Uranga. Once again, in comes Mickey Navijo Estrada. Paquito is hovering there, wanting to get a shot on goal, but very good defensive play here by Antonio Aguirre as the clock ticks down to the last second, and that should be it for chukker number 1. It is indeed. So 2-0, one coming from Franz Pinacci, one from Antonio Aguirre. We'll be back in just a few moments. Stay with us here on CTV Sports for the second chukker of the limited edition 8-goal.
Something about when you get up early, prep the plane, and you take off, and you get that first light of day, and the air is crystal smooth. You can see forever. You have to have the right aircraft for the right flight with the right crew up front. Only NetJets can do this. The flight dissolves into the background. It should just be the here and now.
Welcome back, everybody, as we're live from the Santa Rita Polo Farm on the Aspen field here for our second game of the day in the, our first game in the Limited Edition, 2023 Limited Edition 8 goal, our second game of the day, as we had our 6th goal earlier. And, you want to go through the team? Just maybe we have some late viewers coming on here for our second chucker.
I'll be delighted to. Thank you very much, Dale. Casimiro, that is the team in the red shirts, led by Mr. Steve Cox at number 1. Then we've got the 3-goaler, of which there are 2. Paquito de Narvaez at number 2, Mickey Navija Estrada playing at number 3, and Grant Ganzi, that is the second 3-goaler, playing the number 4 position. Unable to score in that opening chucker. GCPC, the Grand Champions Polo Club team in the green and white, led by Milo McDonough. At number 2, Fran Spinacci. He's already scored, as has the number 3 1-goaler, which is Antonio Aguirre. And in for Pablo Spinacci this morning is Nito Uranga. 2-0 to 1. It's as Uranga will take that knock in.
We put it down the field here, but met in there by Mickey. Now they'll turn it around. Very even teams here. And so the edge is going to be, it's going to be interesting to see the first time they played together, both teams.
Ganzi, nice long ball down the field. And where's that going to end up? Might have just overshot that a little bit. And again, these teams, of course, as they are still at an age where, they are very open to the rules and to the regulations here. They're playing a very clean game.
Yeah, bad luck there is that Antonio Getty's going to come across in front of Grant on that play. So you get an opportunity. We started out with the goal by Fran Spinacci and Antonio Getty in the first chucker for Grand Champions Polo Club. They left 2-0. Then a quick penalty 2 to start off the second chucker. Paquito de Narvaez scoring the goal. Looks like he's going to tee it up again. And, of course, Steve Cox right there on the left side for the Casimiro team. Loves his polo. You remember last year he would love to come over. That's where I always say a big shout-out to his family and all his children at home. He likes to get out there and he would come over and get on the mic and say hello to everybody. A lot of fun. Bad luck here off to the side. And the Grand Champions Polo Club team will dodge a bullet here in their light blue jerseys today. Powder blue. And it'll be brought in by Uranga.
He, as we've seen already in that first chucker, is a very, very big and a long hitter. Paquito will try and steal that one if he can. In comes Mickey Navija Estrada there to try and steal that ball. He's done well. Navija Estrada now, can he outrun Uranga? Ganzi on the near side, very calm, very cool, very composed, but Spinacci got a piece of that, not the distance he wanted, and Paquito de Narvaez will redeem himself and does this time hit the target out of regular play. Here we watch it again on the screens. It's left behind. In comes Paquito. There he is, and cool as a cucumber, picking up his second goal.
Yeah, they all line out well, going to goal. And Paquito, very strong Paquito, an A-rated player. And we have some very strong players out there. Based on their ratings. Or actually, he must be.
Ganzi leaves that one for the number 2 in red. And that is again Paquito de Narvaez. Yeah, well done. Paquito now, he's got a bit of room to work with. Got to be careful. He's got Antonio Aguirre coming in. Uranga, little backhand chip shot there over the head of Grant Ganzi. The Reds have it. Casimiro. Yeah, getting a little bit clustered over there. Not quite as smooth as it was in the first chucker. Paquito will try and iron things out a little bit. There was the daisy cutter looking once again for Mickey Novijo Estrada. Well, he comes out through the pack, hammers that ball down, but just a little bit too far to the left.
Yes, so we'll go just off. I get to Paquito on 3. I probably said A-rated earlier on my sheet. He's gone up, and he's played a lot of the high goal.
Oh, yeah.
As he got to play in the World Polo League also. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the players out here today as young players that have played in the World Polo League. And a good shot there, Nito Mariano Uranga. As he switches up his pony here in our courtesy change here in the second chucker. 2-2 early. He said it was kind of open running first chucker, and everybody went to the defensive side of the stick, marking up very well. So I think we'll see different waves of how this one will go. Grant will captain the Casimiro team, and Nito Rango, now right there, number 4, he'll captain the Grand Champions Polo Club team. 8-goal polo here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. That has been a great league also. One of those leagues that, looks more like 10 to 12 goals at times. And, boy, like a few games have even went to a whole nother level. And as we enter into March here, more teams come into play. There's Milo. And representing the Richard Mill, as he also has his similar helmet to his father.
Yep.
He wears his father, the ambassador of Richard Mill. And Antonio Guerri, fun player. He's this fun kid, man. He's very entertaining when you're out there with him. He's a lot of fun. Loves the game of polo. Mounted very well. Los Huichitos, of course, his father's breeding operation. Very successful. Turned around quickly and held in here by Paquito. He's going to go head-to-head with Mariano. They'll leave this one for Double G. He's going to slow it down here. Now the stick, and they're going to move it along on the give and go. That's going to work. Paquito's going to find Grant inside the 60. Shot on goal. He'll override. 2 players come together. Cleaned up by Antonio. Backed up again by Grant.
Oh, good pick up there out of the air. Did you see that? Nicely done out of the air, but coming in to stop that from going all the way, it was Fran Spinacci. I wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Yeah, look at it, came off the pony there. Yeah. Taken out of the air. And that's going to be one of those, what we saw a couple of those plays the other day when the ball was in the air and a player tried to take it out.
Well, Barto did that cracking, I remember, when he was riding, facing, turning around, and just knocked him.
Yeah, that was a goal. That was a golazo, though, that one there. But I think yesterday, Anthony, playing in our second high goal game, he came across the field and did an amazing volley out of the air.
Yes.
I mean, great hand-eye coordination, but the line was going up and down the field, so they had to blow that one on him. It was too bad because it was such a terrific play out of the air. And they did very well with the Global Port team.
Now, Dale, we've seen
Mikey.
We've seen some incredible goals here. I mean, absolutely.
This year, yeah. Great goals.
Yeah.
I think they're going to take a look at this one just to make sure where that ball was in the air when Mickey went for the half volley to make sure he crossed or he did if he didn't. So they'll check all the different angles and use an umpire trigger here. So maybe one umpire with the triggers. If the umpires do disagree on a call, they can send that to the IRO third man to check. And it looks like that's going to stand. Call will stand. So here comes Paquito.
Oh. Ever so close, ever so slightly out there on the right-hand side. On your screens, of course, on the left. And that would have been a hat-trick for the 3-goaler, but it'll stay as it was, 2 goals apiece. And earlier, Now, of course, you see Nito Oranga knocking the ball in, but earlier it was actually Antonio Aguirre. So I'm liking the fact that Grand Champions Polo Club are mixing things up also a little bit from knocking those balls into play.
Mickey's going to pick it up, drag it forward. He's going to get pressure by Antonio. Around the corner they go. And good D here by Aguirre. As Antonio works it down, Nito will get involved. Keep it moving for Grand Champion. Back to Aguirre. Now back to Uranga. He's going to lay it inside. Good positioning by Mickey. Loose ball play. And Milo's going to jump on that one and just off to the side.
Unlucky, very unlucky. But again, he's reading the play, and that's what I find so incredible, Dale. I mean, yes, of course, they've had to learn, and they have learned how to ride. They're all very good horsemen. But to play the game of polo, you need to obviously anticipate and put yourself always in the right position. And you can see that Milo McDonough is, well, he's learning from one of the best, of course. So no surprise to see him playing a very, very intelligent game as well as just also a physical game.
Yeah, look at they had the ball up there for Steve, and it was good positioning by Steve Cox. But here's how you turn the defense into offense. Uranga going forward. Paquito's going to go to the speed stick, try to catch up. Gets there for the hook. Neutral play. Leaves it for double G. Gansey will drag it into the corner. Good ball control. Leads way back out of the saddle right there. Makes a neutral play. And it'll get turned around by Fran. And then we have a whistle that'll stop the action.
Yeah, it looked a little bit closer. As here we can see as Grant tried to, yeah, as you said, leaning far out of the saddle, but then, of course, coming down the line there, and I think that's what they're going to get the whistle on.
Yeah, you get the right-of-way violation, and they'll drop that ball from the spot. We'll see if they decide to move it, as you did have the Casimiro team. It looked like they had control there, but maybe they're going with another play before. Looks like yeah, no, they are going to go ahead and drop this ball in favor of the Casimiro team. Little break in the action here with 1:02 left, and it will be, it almost looks like a fair play bowl in there, so I wonder if they just stopped the action. And we'll check. Oh, everybody overrides. It's just a broken play. Antonio. Ooh, did he get it? No, he just missed it. He was look. Oh, okay. So it was a penalty shot. It was a right-of-way violation.
Okay.
And so they were just setting up a little different, I guess. Instead of sending players downfield, they went for the flying wedge, you could call it. And so that was a penalty 5A. Bad luck there for Antonio. And he's got this little play down here where he takes the mallet away from the defender, and then he picks it up and takes it forward.
Oh, clever play. That was a smart move here by the number 3 in blue, Antonio Aguirre, setting the ball up nicely for Uranga. So power play here to try and do something with it. And that will bring us to the end of Chukka number 2. So as we saw, 2 goals coming in Chukka number 1 on the account of Grand Champions Polo Club. They've done the old switcheroo. Casimiro picking up 2, and that will leave us with 2 goals apiece. We'll be back in just a few moments here for Chukka number 3.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
It reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it was it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them it's even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And, of course, head to Chucker TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
At the time the taqueria began in 1975, our goals were simple: to provide service, which we did fieldside with our first trailer, quality, and those hard-to-find polo specialty items. We searched the globe to bring back the best equipment possible for polo players by polo players.
Taqueria, stop on in. Check it out.
Always.
Corner of South Shore and Prierson.
Always worth a visit.
TC, Tony Capola.
Yeah.
Big part of what we do here at Grand Champion Polo Club and CTV Sports. And we always talk about it. It was back in the day. Started in the back of a horse trailer.
Yeah.
And what has grown into one of the most largest international, basically, they handle every type of discipline when it comes to equine sports. So you can find anything you like there. Take a tour of it. You'll love it. Stop in, get yourself a few presents for the family and your four-legged athletes. All right, here we go. Back to the action. Third chucker, very even, 2-2. And both teams have not really found that breakaway yet, with Ganzi playing back and Uranga playing back. And with Grant very strong on 3 goals, shutting the back door, and Mariano on 6.
And here we see this young man. Always a pleasure to watch him. Milo McDonough. Nice pass up to his number 3 to Antonio Aguirre. Gary gets taken out of the play there by the number 3 in red, and that is another young star, Mickey Navijo Estrada. But look at this, finding his way back into the thick of things, and just with a lot of perseverance, super play here by Milo McDonough.
Yeah, Milo keeping his head down. He just picks up on the loose ball play here, kind of a broken play. Good, well done, Fran, falling into the rumble seat there, and then Grant just couldn't do anything. He just had to stay in there and hope for someone to come up. He doesn't want to get the penalty 1. So good thought process by the number 4, Casimiro Ganzi. And all you can do is just kind of sit in there and hope for the worst, hope for the best, hope for that Milo misses. Milo very tough around the goal mouth. He'll pick up his first of the day, and now they'll mix it up. 1 for Fran, 1 for Antonio, and 1 for Milo. On the other side, 2 by Paquito.
Ball is back in play. The first touch there coming from Uranga. Uranga finds Fran Spinacci over on the far side. Oops. Yeah, I'm sure that was unintentional. Little mallet getting caught up there. But Uranga, of course, being the gentleman that he is. A very nice guy, by the way, Dale. He was in the studio a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, I was going to say, he was one of our guests we've had. And you said you had a lot of fun with Mariano. Yeah, she does. He's been on the mic before, you said. He's had some little seasoned vet. And we want to thank all of our professional players that have been coming to the CTV studios. And you usually see them on Sundays when you are out at the stadium during our main event out there. As we've been having great crowds out at the main event. If you want to come to the World Polo League, WPL, Palm Beach Open, tomorrow, 4 o'clock at the stadium.
Kaya versus Global Port. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And, of course, 11 o'clock. Don't forget, 11 o'clock, Audi versus Brookshire. That's going to be another one of those must-watch games, especially with Audi, of course. Always up for a surprise. Very, very strong play. A strong team, of course. Narrowly having to concede against Casablanca yesterday. So if you want anything from 6 to 26, well, We've got it all here at Grand Champions Polo Club, and of course, all the coverage on CTV Sports.
On the penalty shot here, it's going to be a penalty for Mickey. Navija Estrada is going to do the honors. Off to the side there. Steve Cox trying to run it down. But a little wide for Steve to get to, so he can't keep it alive. And it's going to be picked up here by Uranga on the Appy. Pretty horse.
Yeah, he's going to send
Love the colors.
Sending that to the right-hand side. Once again, look who's there. Milo McDonough. McDonough on the near side. Watch this. This is, if you are learning to want to learn how to play polo, just study this young player because he will show you how it's done. Mind you, all of them will, but he is definitely one of our favorites here at CTV Sports. Turned around. Ganzi appealing on that play as Uranga turned. But that new line looked to me like it had already been established here as they turn. First man to turn there was Ganzi. And
good riding there by Grant to get around quickly on the Bay Pony. A ball deflected off one of the four-legged athletes there and kind of went on a 45-degree angle. So Grant with the lesser angle. Little change, and they're going to go ahead and use their courtesy change here. There's Roki. That's Grant Ganzi's main trainer right there in the purple World Polo League shirt. Big shout out to all the trainers and grooms that take care of the four-legged athlete around the world. And remember, you know, to win off the field to win on it. Very important to the game of polo. Many hours spent, getting these beautiful animals ready to play in one game.
Yep.
And remember, most chuckers, we switch them up. They go from 6.5 minutes to 7.5 minutes based on the polo. And hours, though, spent to prepare those ponies for just those 7.5 minutes that they play. They split it up with the courtesy change. And also with the courtesy change, having the ability to play a horse, 2-3 times when they mix it up. The horses have an opportunity to rest when they do switch. It's been applauded by a lot of the pros. They like that situation. Of course, the safety of the horses gone to a whole nother level with the courtesy change.
So here we go then. Looks like it looked to me like Steve Cox might be taking this ball, but no, it will be Grant Ganzi here to put his team in the lead.
And they moved that ball down on the right-of-way violation. It was right around center. And so they're going to move it down to the 60. And an opportunity for Casimiro to get the equalizer. Looks like Grant was riding off there just to readjust. We had a timeout. Now, Mickey took the last one, so I guess we're going to pass the stick here. And it'll be Grant Ganzi to do the honors for Casimiro. Well hit.
Oh, very well hit. And had that not been intercepted here by Uranga, I think that might have just snuck in on the inside of that post. So a little bit unlucky here for Grant. It stays the way it was. GCPC with 3 goals to 2. And on the move over on the far side, that is the player with the number, I was going to say 2, but it isn't. It's the number 3, Antonio Aguirre. Rotation in play here. Uranga gets a piece of it, sends it back up to the front door, looking for Milo McDonough. McDonough with a difficult angle, but he got a piece of it. But how much did he get of that? Wow.
Ooh, that'll bring a smile to your face. Well done, Milo. Que golazo, Milo. Look at this. That ball, well placed by Uranga, but that is power polo. As Milo just jumped right on it and hits a perfectly placed neck shot to the far post and just ducks it right inside. So well done, Milo McDonough. And that's going to give them a 1-goal lead here. in the third chucker and right before the courtesy change. So everybody will switch them up and we'll come out with fresh legs.
Yep, indeed. So 4-2 as they go for a courtesy change. So things are getting nicely heated up out there now here at the Aspen Valley Polo Field here at Santa Rita. And as I say, look at that, a beautiful day out there. So now let's see how Casimiro, Steve Cox, Mickey Navijo, Estrada, Grant Ganzi, and Paquito de Narvaez, how they will respond. So far, it's like been a yo-yo up and down. The first 2 goals coming in chucker number 1 by Grand Champions Polo Club, then 2 unanswered goals as Paquito de Narvaez stepped up and scored a penalty 2 and a goal out of play. Now back down to Grand Champions Polo Club. So let's see how this pans out towards the end. Of course, at the end of this chucker, we will be bringing you the mid-game stats. Again, of course, at the end. And ball is back in play, and it'll be picked up there by Mickey Novijo Estrada.
For Mickey to come alive, he's been solid playing. Remember, for the Limehouse team in the 6th goal, and they've had all their opportunities from the penalty line. Actually, Casimiro, they missed a 2. They missed 2. They missed a 3 and a 2. So doing the math there, it's very close. It's a tie game if they didn't miss those 2. They had a couple 60s also. So they've had opportunities here. I'm sure we'll see that in the stats when they come out. Look at this. Greg Ganzi will take it back to the inside. Everybody converges on him at one time there, and you'll get a whistle, stop the clock.
Yeah, just under 3 minutes now left on the clock. Ganzi, you can see he's appealing, and Spinacci just clearing the way here. Ganzi not able to finish that play as he opened up his shoulders, but it's going to go in favor of Casimiro. And once again, so far he's been very solid on those penalties. Paquito de Narvaez.
Yeah, one meeting, 2 there. You can see that they were engaged. They're not making contact, but Grant had another player right with him when Mariano tried to reach in there and steal that ball. So you will get a 1 meeting 2 call, and that ball is inside the 30-yard line. So they're going to go and take it from the spot. Bit of an angle. Double G, no problem.
No problem at all. Picking up his first goal of the game. So 1 goal in it, 4-3, and a little over 2.5 left to play here in the first half.
Tight game. Playing pretty straightforward pole. They haven't switched them up much.
No.
Besides just getting up the 4-player rotation, Steve also in the 4-player rotation with his Casimiro team is he'll go forward and go back. Down Paquito. He'll work it down by himself. Bounces off Pony. Bad luck there. Loose ball playing Mickey. Now it gets kicked by Antonio's Pony. And taken out and controlled by Grant Ganzi. He'll turn it around and get the red jerseys going forward. Takes the mallet away and a whistle. So with 1:49 on the clock.
Yeah, look to me
see
like...
what happens here on the drone here. We might get over top of it a little bit. Let's see. Right. Yeah. This gets over the top of it there. A little difficult sometimes to make that hook under the neck. You know, if you almost have to lean way under, because if you get too close over top of it, then the player hitting at the ball doesn't have an opportunity to swing at it. Try to work with a lot of the young players to try to bring that mallet over on the near side. Bring your mallet over and use the hook there. And Tony went for the quick slap shot. And they'll drop this one down, and now we'll see if they decide to, well, Mickey's taking one, Grant's taking one, and I think now it's going to be Paquito.
Mm-hmm.
So young players working well together here and deciding to switch it up a little bit on the penalty shots. Here comes De Narvaez. He hit that one well, but it goes just wide to the left on your screen, right on the field, and it'll be Uranga.
Brings the ball back into play now. Then going up, you can see there on your screens on the right-hand side. That was Milo McDonough. Ganzi sticking very close there to Uranga. Sends that to the left. Nice pick up here. But wants to avoid running into Mickey Navija Estrada. Grand champions once again on the move. And here we go then. Here he comes. Milo McDonough. I think that ball was half in a divot. So Uranga trying to send that one a bit further downfield. And we will have another whistle.
A little choppy here in the third chucker. Come together, Mickey. Oh, yeah, bad luck. Mariano just kind of went to check down there, and Mickey was holding the ball behind him. He just didn't see where that ball was, so he gets called on the blocking play. They'll drop that one from the spot. And you see him have a little polo huddle here with Steve, Grant, Mickey, and Paquito. Paquito will do the honors. 1:09 on the clock. They're going to get a run here. Possibilities here for the equalizer as they go into halftime. See what kind of set play they put together, as it'll be Paquito. And he's going to launch one here. Looking for Grant. And he gets through one player. Two players down. They leave for Mickey.
Yeah, Navija Estrada on the near side, tried 2-3 swings. The backhand coming from Uranga to clear it. This could be a break now for the number 3, Antonio Aguirre. Good pick up by Antonio. A bouncing ball that doesn't make life easy. And once again, with the number 1, Milo McDonough sends it back to Aguirre. Antonio, look at that, France, I beg your pardon, Milo once again behind. They're all working very hard here, Dale, backing each other up. You can really feel a sense of team spirit here within that Grand Champions Polo Club team, as you can also within the Casimiro team.
Yeah, good job there by Mickey to clean it up to help Paquito out as he was turning the corner. And that's going to click, the time's going to click down, and that'll end our first half of play. So we'll go and send everybody off, send them to the tents. They'll have a lot to talk about when they get to the tents with the coaches they have. Here you go, 4-3. Shots on goal, very, very close. Casimiro 10, 8 by Grand Champions. And knock-ins there, well, right on tune based on their shots. Throw-ins very, very close, 5-4. And then look at the fouls committed, though. This is for Grand Champions. They got to clean this up a little bit. 9 in the first half. They got to cut that down. That's too many. And they'll talk about that. Only 1 by Casimiro. Well done. And then 2 scored by the Casimiro team. Casimiro could have capitalized a little bit more on a few more penalties if we look at the scores there. And they'll talk about that because they had they missed, 3 4s and a 2 and a 3. So they had 5 opportunities at penalty shots. They'll send it in. We have some great coaches down in the tent, so we'll see what happens here for the second half. We'll let the coaches talk to them, and we'll be right back for our second half. Stay with us here for our limited edition ACL on CTV Sports.
Number 1 leading his team as always. They call him the Cobra. Give it up for Mr. Mark Ganzi. Then at number 2, our second 10-goaler of this match. Give it up for Hector Castagnola, ladies and gentlemen. Number 3, there is only one man that can, and that is Mr. Nick Roldan. There he is. number 4, all the way from the Great White North from Canada. Please give it up for the one and only Mr. Fred Mannix.
My name is Augustine Malman. I am a chef. I trained with my uncle in Argentina in several restaurants, and now I travel the world creating unique experiences, all cooked with fire. For this event, we came from California. My team and I had some previous events there, and we traveled with my wood oven trailer and all of our grills from Santa Barbara, California. Well, when we got here, we always arrive about a week prior to the event. There's several things that we order from out of town, like the firewood. We make reservations of all of the rental items, kitchen equipment, anything we need prior to our arrival is already reserved. And then once we arrive into town, we'll source out whatever products are on the menu, like fish, red meats, fruit, vegetable, anything that we need specifically for that menu that we chose. We will source it once we get in town. My team is everything. I mean, I always tell them and to my clients, without a good team, you can't execute these kind of dinners. It takes a lot more work than what people see when they show up to the events. It takes, like I said, sometimes weeks to prepare for an event like this because we're traveling from out of town, so we have to source everything we're not familiar with. The new barn is, we're here. This is the first dinner we're doing here, so we're very excited to be here. It's amazing. It's a great place to be, and it has this inner courtyard, which is amazing to do dinners, with a special area back here behind me to do all of our grilling and the fire showcase. So it's great to be here. It's a beautiful place. Very different being up in the mountains, but I feel with Melissa and Mark and all the events we do together, I feel like it's home. We've been cooking for them for about 4 or 5 years now. But as far as showcasing what we want to showcase and being in an incredible place like Aspen Valley Polo Club, that's no difference to Wellington. It's a beautiful place up here. It's going to be a 4-course seated meal. As the first course, we have a halloumi cheese that we sear on our fire plancha with shrimp, pine nut gremolata sauce on top. The second course seated will be a roasted beetroot salad with goat cheese and arugula, lemon zest and olive oil. And then the main course tonight will be a mashed potato, sweet potato puree with skirt steak and chimichurri sauce. My name is Augustine Malman, and we are in Aspen Valley Polo Club, one of the most beautiful places to do an outdoor fire dinner experience.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
I'm Jan-Eric Frank.
And we're live here for our second half of the 2023 Limited Edition 8-Goal Santa Rita Polo Farm Aspen Field. And between Casimiro and Grand Champion Polo Club, Casimiro coming in with Steve Cox playing number 1, Paquito de Narvaez playing number 2, and Steve on A-rated, Paquito on 3 goals, Mickey Nubijastrada on 1 goal, and Grant Ganzi coming as a 7-goal team against Grand Champion Polo Club with Milo McDonough at the 1 on A-rated, Fran Spinacci A-rated at number 2, Antonio Guerri playing the number 3 on 1 goal, and then Mariano Urenga on 6 goals, our 7-goal team. Started out even, and at the moment, the 4-3 with the Grand Champion Polo Club, the 1-goal lead, and looks like Mariano right there, Aguirre, father of Antonio Aguirre. Hey, Mariano, how are you, buddy? And what a great coach he is. He is a scholar in the game of polo, so it's good to see Mariano out there. Great coaches. We talked about that, yeah. And we have Paulo McDonough out there. We have Mariano Aguirre out there coaching. And who else did we see over there? Oh, we had Miguel Navijo Estrada out there.
Pablo Spinacci.
Pablo Spinacci. There is a great group of coaches. All their sons are playing. And so that's great to see that. Our mounted officials today, Esteban Ferrari and Roddy Matthews in the saddle. Steve Lane, our IRO slash third man. And we're going to start out here with a cop. Change of possession, picked up here by Uranga.
He'll be looking to send that ball to Antonio Aguirre, but beaten to it once again. Mickey Navijo Estrada coming in well, and he's teed that ball up nicely for Paquito de Navarre. But there was a whistle just as Paquito was about to run away with that one.
Yeah, Mariano not wasting any time here. He hits that ball downfield, and they're going to get, I guess, Mickey coming from the left to right in front of number 3, who's Antonio Aguirre. And to start out the first, well, that's only their second foul of the day. Congratulations, Casimiro. They only fouled one time in the first half. Yeah. And
very
on the
clean.
other side, there was 9 fouls by the Grand Champion. Yeah. And so they had to, that's what they want to clean up a little bit. So we'll see what they decide, see how they handle that. As they had opportunities, Casimiro, they missed 4 penalties. They missed a 2 or 3 and a 2 4s. So they'll dial that in. Here comes Fran Spinacci with the open goal penalty, 2. And Fran, no problem, right down the center. And that'll be Fran's second goal of the day. 1 from the field, 1 from the penalty line. Fran Spinacci on an A-rated, playing in many different leagues. Father Pablo. Pablo overlooking all the beautiful young, up-and-coming top horses from the Setarita breeding operation, Halo Polo Ponies. Does an awesome job. And they are producing some amazing 4-legged athletes for the game of polo. On to bowling, back and forth. We will switch directions for any of our new viewers today. That's the procedure we use. Polo field 300 yards long by 160 yards wide. 9 football fields or soccer fields will fit in the middle of one of those polo fields. Horses carry it, though. They can go coast to coast in 10 seconds. So they are very fast and very smooth. And here's one right here, Paquito de Navarre. He's going to break loose on the far side. Works it inside the 60. Good rotation by Aguirre, though, as Antonio gets back there to hold down the defense. Loose ball play in the coffin corner. Turned around by Mickey Estrada. He'll slow it down. A little stutter step here, trying to get out from Antonio. Backs it up, picked up by Grant Ganzi. And Double G's going to steal that one away. And let's see if they go ahead and get that one over. It just goes just wide. So that ball's going to go just wide to the side. As Mickey right here, I like his little stutter step. He waits and he moves through everybody. So he flips it. Good read, though, by Antonio Aguirre. He read that ball perfectly. And then they came together there. And it looked like Grant Ganzi had that one to take in, and they kind of rode over. The ball popped on him. He rode over the top of it. Ball went out of bounds. And knock in coming for Grand Champion Polo Club, GCPC. Grant's going to face up on Uranga. And Mariano's going to launch one now down the sideline, but a good read here by Estrada. Everybody working hard here as it'll be De Navarre. Paquito. Gets a little hook in there by Fran Spinacci, but he'll win the ride-off, and now I'll leave it for Mickey. Picked up and stolen away by Milo McDonough. And Milo will work that one across to the far side and back to the inside. 2 players override. Uh-oh. Trouble in paradise as here comes Casimiro. Steve Cox is going to fall into the rumble seat. Mickey. But look at this little pony here of Antonio as Aguirre gets back quickly on the chestnut mare. Goes for the ride-off. Neutral play. Backed up cleanly. And now this 8-goal game has opened up nicely here in the second half. Good pickup again by Paquito. Then Avai's going to fire one out of the air on the half volley and get the high flag. Que golazo, Paquito de Avai. Everybody working hard, though, with the red jerseys on to get it. He sneaks that one away from Spinacci. Antonio tried to come over and make another play, but Paquito very quick. And he just went ahead and snapped it out of the air. And a great pickup there on the bounce. Great slow-mo for Paquito de Avai. On to bowling now. They're going to keep the energy up. Down by a goal. Grant Gansey will win that one. And then we get a whistle. They'll stop the clock. So Casimiro, after scoring once, right here, Grant Gansey takes it around the corner. And, yeah, you're going to have Fran just riding in from behind there. That'll be the call. That'll take us to our courtesy change for the fourth chucker. And when we return from the courtesy change, we'll have a penalty shot in favor. Good shot of Grant Gansey right there, double G. And, of course, Roki. And Grant making sure everyone's settled. He's going to go from horse to horse here. And there you go. And that's how you do it. Loving the new helmet, Grant Gansey. Styling the American flag. Actually, I was talking about his old helmet he used to wear with the powder blue, and actually they were saying Casablanca, a lot of people actually were calling in and wanted to create a helmet similar to his with his American flag. This is a new design here that he brought in for 2023. Loving the colors, loving the American flags on both sides. And there they go. Mickey on the left, Paquito on the right. Number 3 and number 2. Both of their fathers in town. And we saw Miguel. He is there helping coaching. I wasn't sure if I saw Paco. I saw Paco, though, about a week ago. He was at the field, so I know he is in town. And they'll bring him back here after the courtesy change with 3:50 on the clock, and they'll have an opportunity at a 60-yard shot here. So let's see, Jan, if they can flip it around here. Like I said, that was the only breakdown in their first half. They just didn't capitalize on the opportunities that they had from the line. They had, like I said, the 2, 3, and 2 4s.
Yeah, so still very much anyone's game here, very close. 5-4. We're in the second half. Really not much in it, Dale. The way they've been both playing here, both of these teams, very, very solid. And above all, we noticed that also in the first half. It got a little bit patchy in that third chukker. But apart from that, it's been very smooth and very, very clean.
Yeah, so we had Fran Spinacci scored a penalty 2 at the beginning of this fourth chukker. And then Paquito. And Avai, look at this. They're going to get one here. So well done. And that's what you need to do. So they went and talked about it. And so Paquito picked up one from the field and a nice half volley just out of the air.
So 5 goals apiece. Still anyone's game here in Chukker number 4, with just a little over 3 minutes left on the clock, Dale. So our game, which is wide open here.
We're good for double G. Picking up a 60-yarder. And he was on his shot. It was right in line, his earlier shot. It was just blocked in the first half. And Mickey's actually, they were all in line. I think Paquito went off to the side, but both of them. Here's a big shot on goal. And that ball's going to go just wide to the right.
Yeah, very unlucky there. Antonio Gary taking a long-distance shot, wants to put his team back in the lead, of course. But I'm enjoying this, Dale. I'm enjoying this very much because it just goes to show how evenly balanced these two teams are. And,
very balanced. You said it, Jan. They're balanced, and that's why you're seeing this such tight play. And remember, it's just the younger generation, the future of polo out there. And, so they work so well with the man. And I know Steve loves playing the game of polo, Mr. Cox, Mr. Casimiro. And I love playing with the young players, he said. Brings good energy for them. Here we go, on the move. Paquito, he'll try to get a piece of it. Mariano. Uranga. Going to let the bald-faced pony stretch out a little bit. Well done, Paquito on the hook. Fran will override and leave it for Antonio. Antonio's going to hit down, but it's going to go just off the field. So we click down. 145. There, they're going to go ahead and have a change of possession.
Well, Dale, you were talking about these young stars, of course, and very much looking forward to coming up on the 27th, so that's a week Monday. We've got the PTF, of course, the Polo Training Foundation once again. And
yeah, that'll be our third, I believe, right, of the year.
Yeah, and that's, of course, a great day. It's a great fun day. You see them all from literally from 2 to 20 years of age. But that is where the grassroots or the foundations are laid for tomorrow's generation. And a lot of these players, of course, here again on the ball, Franz Finacci, we've seen him as we did also Milo, McDonough and Antonio Guerra. All of these youngsters coming up through the Polo Training Foundation, which, of course, is a great institution here. And very much looking forward to that on the 27th of March.
From a standstill, Paquito is going to drive one, but off the left side. But again, showing it just a few different shots that he has in his arsenals. He switches it up so much. And that's the thing about these young players. They're so well schooled. They have so much to bring to the field. It's going to stay the same here. Grant's going to stay focused on Uranga on the knock-ins and let everybody else match up downfield. Stolen away by Mickey again. So good coverage here by Paquito and Mickey. Mickey covering Antonio. And Paquito covering Fran. They're going to leave this one for Mickey. Mickey will take it in. And Mickey will get his first of the day. And that's the way you win the knock-in and finish it off. So it starts out with a great defense into offense. Grant goes over the near side, gets a piece of it, but he takes Uranga with him. And Mickey gets a little jump on Antonio. And then Mickey has been very solid around the goal mouth. That'll end our four chuggers, so we'll send them off, and we'll be right back for our fifth chugger play. Stay with us.
Happy to be back in town, playing with the best teams, best boys, and on the best fields.
So we're gonna start the season a full power horse.
I'm just happy to be back in Florida. It's hometown. Looking forward to getting back on these amazing fields.
Hi, I'm Tomacho Pérez.
Hello, I'm Nacho Figueras.
Hello, I'm Martín Muñoz.
I'm Gonzalito Pérez.
I'm Alejandro Novillo Estrada.
Hello, I'm Nacho Novillo Estrada. I made goals and here back in Aspen.
All right, fifth chucker action, 1 goal difference, and both teams coming out of the tent, and the level of speed definitely went up. So everybody organized, ready to go. Here we go on the bowling.
Well, it's been very close throughout this game. It started off slightly different, 0-2, or 2-0 for Grand Champions Polo Club at the end of the first, 2-0 then for Casimiro, making it 2 goals apiece. But chucker number 3 is where we said it got a little bit patchy, but just the 1 goal in it when Grand Champions Polo Club was leading by 1. They've done the switcheroo once again. Now Casimiro leading by 1, scoring 3 goals to 1 in that last chucker. So as you said, Dale, still very open at anyone's game, and he might be looking for his second goal of this match. The man there with the number 3 on the right, in the red shirts, Casimiro. He's on the ball once again. Mickey Novijo Estrada trying to outplay all of that traffic in front of goal. Aguirre. Oh, he's found a little gap, a little cut shot right in front of goal, and well, he won't make a mistake with that distance to goal. Oh, no, he put it wide.
Just off to the side there. So, Nito will bring it back in. See if he can get the offensive attack going here for Grand Champions. And he says, come on, let's go with it, man. Antonio trying to get out in front. Antonio and Mickey battling it out here in the second half.
Yeah.
Here comes Uranga.
Now then, will he run it himself? Remember, highest handicap player on the field here with 6 to his name. Well, he got it very much deep into Casimiro territory, but once again on the turn, Mickey Novijo Estrada. Now then, what's he going to do here? What's he got up his sleeve? Just allowing his attacking players to get in situ before he unloads one. Well, that could have been a foul as Uranga had established himself on that line. I think Mickey Novijo Estrada was trying to tee that one up for Paquito de Narvaez. Let's look at that again. Here we see the play. Novijo Estrada just leaves it behind. Yeah, a little triangle there, a little Bermuda triangle.
Yeah, but it's too bad. It looked like you had Paquito kind of reaching out there to make a play. He didn't make a play on the ball, but he put him out there. He sit and talk about it. They're going to say no foul on the play, as he did not touch the ball. You say he got out of there in time, so you're going to have a bowl in on the play, no foul. And they'll line him back up. Good communication there by Mickey and Paquito as Mariano jumped on them right away. Tried to jump on that and get a quick foul. On the bowling.
Ganzi saying that should have been my line, but Uranga came there first. Now it's a little open backhand. Oh, look at that. Perfectly played up to Milo McDonough, but he's again running into some traffic. Now he's got the ball, but did he also get the line? Well, the umpire seems to think so. A cut shot here from Milo, and we know how dangerous he is, not only in front of goal, but especially with those cut shots. And unfortunately, no goal on that play, but Nito Uranga, he might have a crack at this, turns his pony nicely. But there was a whistle. No, there wasn't, so beg your pardon. Chip shot, up to the front door, extended by the number 2.
Wow. Great goal there by Fran Spinacci.
Yeah.
Bounces off pony here. Uranga goes to a standstill, just sort of moving in there, looking for some space. He gets it right through there. Oh, bad luck for Grant, as Grant almost got a piece of it. And then Fran literally puts it right next to the post. He goes on the near side there.
Incredible angle.
Yeah, bad luck there. Grant kind of went between his horse's legs and went to right to Fran Spinacci's near side. Paquito on the knock in, or on the bowl in, Milo.
Yeah,
He'll pick it up. He likes to go fast.
Yeah. And an incredible eye for the ball, this young player.
Yeah, he is. One of the younger players out there today, at 12 years old.
Paquito, nicely turned. Now then, can he get a little bit of space between him and Milo? I think he can. He's just got to get around the outside of Antonio Aguirre. Well, he picked it up nicely on the near side back.
Great angle. Picked up by Mickey, though.
And I see he's very good in defense as well, is Fran Spinacci. Now then, we've had this situation, a bit of a deja vu out to the left-hand side. Now, this could be Nito Uranga, but he has his pocket picked. Paquito de Narvaez going for the under the neck, and now he just slightly overcooked that one. It goes over the back line.
And now we'll take us to our courtesy change here in the 5th. As they started off 2-0 after the first chucker. And it was Fran Spinacci and Antonio Aguirre scoring. Nothing for Casimiro. And then he came into the second chucker. And it was all Casimiro with 2 goals from the field, unanswered goals, so that tied it up 2-2. They had an opportunity, though, at 3 others in that chucker. We talked about the penalties. And then we went into the third chucker, and Grant Gansey scoring a penalty 2, and 2 by Mila McDonough to make it 4-3 going into halftime. Fourth chucker was very rapid, very fast. Yeah. Everybody running around. He had a goal by Grant Gansey on the penalty 4, and then one by Mickey and another one by Paquito, bringing them to 6. One by Fran Spinacci on the open goal penalty 2 to make 6-5. And then we had the goal by Fran here at the beginning of this fifth chucker to tie it up 6-6. They'll start this after the courtesy change with a knock-in favor of the Grand Champions Polo Club, Uranga.
Now then, plenty of time left here for both of these teams. Remember, this is only the second match of the limited edition 8-Goal 2023. And, of course, both of these teams would like to leave the field victorious. Once again, over on the far side here, a lot of room to work with. Number 1 here, Milo McDonough, slightly topped it. In comes Mickey Navijo Estrada. Picking that ball up deep in his own half, out of the air. Well, we've seen him do that once before, a little bit earlier in the game. Down comes the hammer on the near side again by Uranga. But Gansey read it well, anticipated it coming, picks it up. Now then, will he have a crack at running this one himself? Once again, and you've got to give it to Grand Champions Polo Club, this team. They are marking their man very well. Every time there is so much of a hint of a breakaway, they're on their man. Uranga now. The rotation working very well. Needs a bit of backup support. Nobody there. The first player will be Grant Gansey. Just hovering there, waiting for the unforced error. Oh. Yeah, Uranga and Navijo Estrada come together there.
The spin around, Grant gets control, takes it there, flips it back, and then they spin around there. It looked like Mickey was going for the near side back shot, and Uranga on the offside. They're going to carry that one over to the 60. And Grand Champions Polo Club will have an opportunity to go up by a goal here with 2 minutes left in the fifth chucker. And they have not had a 60 today, so we'll see who they decide to hit this one. Looks like Antonio's going to come over. Maybe he's going to do the honors. We'll see if Nito passes the stick over. Yeah, it looks like he's going to. So Antonio will see his first opportunity at a 60-yard shot. Nice tee there. Put it up on the tee, and Antonio will make his turn. And here comes again. You see what how Antonio is hitting his 60s this year. Number 3.
Unlucky.
Yeah, off to the side. Stroke, but just off to the left side. Right side on the field, left on your screen, and we'll line them back up, 6-6. And we'll see Casimiro if they line out here and go on the offensive attack with just under a minute and a half left. Paquito not getting the shot he wants, but he's going to sneak by Uranga. Now Antonio, and a broken head comes off, and I think it's going to be off of Paquito's mallet because here's Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he gets the open back shot. And Paquito's still fighting in there. Look at making a hook. He's already spun his mallet around. You can see he makes 2 hooks.
Wow.
Without a head on his mallet. But I think he might get a penalty here when they came together on the one hook. He's going to shoot off and change his mallet real quick. They had to give him one play here. Watch. He goes for it there. Makes the hook there, and then he comes in front. Now he's got to give one play, and he makes he doesn't give one play. Oh, so I wonder about that. Interesting. They pulled out of there and gave him a play, but they're going to go ahead and whistle him up. But it came together, and then Mariano tapped it short.
Yeah, it looked...
okay, so no advantage came out of the play is what they're going to say.
Yeah.
So I guess Mariano hits a bigger ball, maybe good there, but he tapped for it a little bit. So they will go ahead, and that's going to give Paquito an opportunity to come back with a fresh stick with 1:02 left in the fifth. And they'll pass the stick back to Antonio.
So let's see if he can hit the target on this occasion. Gets himself into a nice, calm canter. Here we go then. And yeah, that had a deflection. Ball is still in play, however, but Casimiro, and that was the man who from who it deflected off, I believe, Paquito de Narvaez. He will clear that as quickly as he can. Uranga just wants to buy himself a little bit of space and time. They still have enough time to put up another one here before they go into the last chukker with the number 2 for Grand Champions Polo Club, Fran Spinacci. Then back up to the front door. Spinacci tries to steal that one on the near side, on the doorstep there of that goal mouth as Milo tried to put it through. So Casimiro very lucky here, but the danger is not over yet. Now then, Nito Uranga, he finally picks up that loose ball and picks up his first goal here of the game.
Yeah, spins it back to the left very quickly. Right at the end of the chukker, spins it back. Legal play and the finish. More importantly, he gets his first goal of the day and puts them up by a goal going into the 6th and final chukker. So we'll get everybody on some fresh ponies, and we'll be back. You don't want to miss the 6th and final chukker here on CTV Sports.
Foot golf, it's a kind of life, and also it's a combination about golf and football.
So I got into sport through social media. Someone approached me on Twitter and said, "Have you tried it?" I'd never heard of it at that point. So I went to my local course and tried it and just completely fell in love with the game.
This is not as easy as it looks on your body. It's a lot of kicking. We don't normally kick this many hard kicks in soccer.
For me, this and the U.S. Open are the 2 top U.S. tournaments. It's something we all look forward to every single year.
Great fun, and I think everyone will enjoy it when they try it. You can't not have fun.
When you set goals at the start of the season and you're able to achieve them at the end of the year, I think I can speak for everyone and say when we set goals and we make the sacrifices that we make, which a lot of people don't see, and then it all comes to fruition, it's a good feeling.
I literally live, breathe foot golf.
The Taqueria has all your polo needs, from the novice to the professional. We carry all of our equipment in multiple grades to fill a price point to suit the individual.
Okay, 1 goal difference here in our 6th chukker of our limited edition 8 goal. And a great job here by the Grand Champions Polo Club cleaning up. They fouled 9 times in the first half.
Yeah.
And they haven't really, they've only fouled once. They fouled on the 4th chukker, otherwise they've been
clean.
Yeah, a couple times.
Well, of course, the stats, which we're looking forward to, will be coming on your screen right after this 6th and final chukker. A chance for us to remind you again that tomorrow we go back to the 26th goal, Audi versus Brookshire. That'll be your 11 o'clock game tomorrow morning. And then in the afternoon, our featured match of the week, Kaya Polo up against Global Port. So if you can get yourself down to Wellington, it'd be great to see you down at field number 2 at Grand Champions Polo Club. Otherwise, in the comfort of your home, your living room, your sitting room, or if you have a TV room, then of course make sure you tune into CTV Sports tomorrow morning at 11 and at 4.
All right, here we go. And this should come down to the end as Uranga is going to wow, neat though, man. Hammering one from way out. Looked like it was a pass here for Antonio. But this is just well-hit ball by Uranga. Watch this. You get a good view of this. Look at this right down. Oh, okay, golazo. That ball had eyes all day long.
And, yeah, that is his second of the game. So he's saving the best for last here, turning up the heat. And, again, a cracking eye and a cracking shot and a cracking goal of Polo.
Back to the bowl, and they're going to win another one. Now Milo on the move in Grand Champions Polo Club trying to keep the level up here in the sixth chucker. Milo gets a piece of it. Two players override. Left it here for Antonio. He bounces it off of Estrada. Will it stay on the field? Yes, it does. Oh, Antonio Aguirre. Well done on the second effort. If it stays on the field, was it on the field still? It might have been off the field. We'll see if he runs it down quick enough. It bounces off of Mickey right there. And it looked like he got in position there. I don't know if they whistled him up or not, but maybe they did right in from behind. Yeah, you're going to call him right in from behind to get position there for that back shot. But a nice attempt. And I guess they're going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and you might get umpire trigger here on this play. One umpire had a foul, one didn't. So they'll take a look at it. Ball did not go in the goal. No. I thought he might have scored that on the tail shot. He put it right up in front of the goal.
He kept it in play, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so no foul. He got there early enough. And so they'll go ahead and bowl this one in. And let's see a little advantage here for Grand Champions Polo Club as they are down inside the 40-yard line, inside the 30, actually. They're very close to the goal. So if they can get possession here, big-time play for Casimiro. They want to get possession here. Steve Cox is going to go to the number 1 position. Mickey, the number 2. Grant, number 3. Nito.
Yeah, oh, look at that ball.
And fired in there. And now, did Milo get there in time?
That's the big question, yeah.
Yeah, now they're going to go to whistle him up here. It looked like Lester Angle's going to come to the red jerseys here. Watch him come across. I think it was right here, yeah. Good riding there by Paquito. He's going to close the gap. Remember, 8-goal polo. You want to keep those distances safe. Good call. Penalty 5A. And now this is where they need to make a run. Let's see if the Casimiro team. Paquito not push them. Mariano's going to push closer to him now. And, Are they going to play the advantage? No, they're going to go and whistle that up as Mariano trying to clear out. Kind of stepped on the ball there. Kicked it back anyways. Looks like he was trying to clear out right here, and then his horse kicks it back.
Yeah. A little bit unlucky. He did try to get out of the way, but the umpires, of course, no choice but to blow on that. So a hit from the center, 5B.
Go to the center.
Little talk about who's going to take this shot. Will it be Paquito? Will it be Grant? Looks like they've got a set play here lined up. Play is called. It will be Ganzi.
I like the quick turn.
Yeah.
Ganzi, let's go for it. Oh!
And
here you go. Nito going to get a pick here, and he's got a breakaway.
Yeah. Nito looking for goal number 3. Slightly out to the left-hand side, manages to just keep it in play. Oh, no, then it does go over the back line. So that, that's not what Casimiro need right now. They're down by 2. Still a good 5 minutes left to play here. But you don't want to allow Grand Champions Polo Club to pick up another one because that would make it a very tall order here by any means, even for Casimiro.
Yeah, they'd be good to get at least a goal, if not 2, before the courtesy change. If they get it level, that would be good. But here goes Paquito. He's going to try to run by Mariano. Mariano mounted up here, has some speed, big ball by Dana Vaz down the sideline. Grant Gansey coming in hot. Gansey, the Bay Pony, gets him out in front, drags it forward a little bit, under the neck for Spinacci, and Fran says, let's change it up. He's going to stay near side there. Clean play by Fran. Well, good thought process. Overrides, turned around by Mickey. Mallets in the air, good non-call. Window wide open right there. Now it's going to be taken here by Mickey. He'll slam it down. Stolen away by Mariano. Down the boards, nobody there for the pass. And Paquito will check his shoulder once, twice. Antonio comes in, slow him down a bit. Now he'll open the window, and it'll be Paquito trying to work it by him. Two young players come together. Now the shot. Oh.
Yeah.
And pretty close there, so we'll see what they decide to do this one. Antonio taking the ball to the leg there. And they were pretty close, so we'll see how they want to adjust this or what they decide. It looked like the ball was going across the field. He kind of hit like a neck shot, didn't he?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. But he did go. He was trying. He was hovering, trying to find that little gap. But you got to give both of these teams, you are a preacher of that, Dale. You know, defense wins championships, and they're both playing very solidly back in defense.
Yeah. We're going to talk about this one a little bit, maybe look at it based on the contact between the two players on the shot. And everybody will use the courtesy change here. So everybody will be on fresh legs for the final right around 4 minutes. Looks like Antonio is okay, so that's a good sign. Tough, very tough young man. Good polo player, man. Love watching him play. And you will get a bowling. So no foul on the play. Everybody's okay. Everybody on fresh ponies. And here we go. 2-goal difference. Final 4 minutes here in our 6th and final chukker.
Ball's back in play. Not yet. No, it is in play. Left for Paquito. Paquito just what? Oh, hang on. Another whistle will stop the action.
I wonder if they're going to go delay here. I told him to use it. He took it back into the inside. Yep, delay game. So that's where you got to go. Yeah, he had a lot of an avenue there to play polo. You know, he could have went to the left. Could have went right to the goal. I'm surprised he didn't shoot that ball, but he kind of brought it back to the inside and slowed the game. So a good call by the delay game. And remember, if you do have an avenue to play or an area to be able to run to, and you need to use it there, and when they do, they are going to use the courtesy change now.
Right.
I think Mariano changed before everybody last time. Uranga. But anytime you do have an avenue, once you do slow it down and the umpires tell there's no one's blocking you, they don't say clear when you go to use it. You either need to run with that ball or you need to shoot it or you need to hit it hard. And it looked like Paquito just took it back to the center. So delaying the game, penalty 5A. Once we get everybody on fresh ponies, we'll be back here. And it looks like Uranga will do the honors with a 2-goal lead. Let's see if they can hold on here. Casimiro with opportunities here in the 6th chukker.
A lot, but it ain't over yet, Dale.
Yeah, the one chukker, their 5th chukker was the only chukker. Well, they had 2 unanswered goals in the 1st and then 2 unanswered goals in the 5th. And still a very tight game. And a lot of positive plays here. Like I said, Casimiro, if they clean up their penalty shooting, they're actually dominating the game based on the math. Actually have like 3 of them have 2 or 3 goal lead. So here we go.
Uranga. Nice long ball once again, sending grand champions into Casimiro territory, or a little bit of an unfortunate deflection coming off that pony. First man to the ball will be Gansey. Gansey with an open backhand, but again, well read, and a nice play here into the path of number 2, Fran Spinacci, but stolen by Paquito. Now, can Paquito run this ball? And he might just run this one himself, Dale. He's going to have to deal with the man in the number 3 there, Antonio Aguirre. Again, Spinacci. Over on the far side, not able to do as much as he would have liked. It'll be the number 3. It'll be Antonio Aguirre once again on the ball. Uranga coming in to lend a helping hand. Let's have a look at the clock. Plenty of time. So Grand Champions Polo Club, their mission will be just hold on to the ball, run the ball. Told to leave it there. Uranga on the boards. No one coming in to challenge. He's got Mickey Navija Estrada there by him. There's that long baller. Look at that. This is a perfect drop shot here for Milo McDonough. Goes for the under-the-neck shot. Didn't quite get enough power on that. And Gary can't get to it in time. It'll be picked up once again by Paquito.
Paquito's going to turn it back around. Thought he might take it on the neck there and just run the turn based on the time. But he's going to control. This is where you got to watch out because good D by the Grand Champion Polo Club team. And remember, the clock goes tick, tick, tick. And with 2 minutes left, you need to keep it moving. Good hook in there by Fran, backed up by Uranga. Milo.
Oh, yes. Oh, the horse helping nicely here. Milo McDonough. Ganzi with him. In comes Aguirre. Where's the next player? There he is. Uranga. And a little bouncing ball, which is found at the back of the net by the number 2, Fran Spinacci.
Yeah, I think they might go to Mariano. Might they go to Antonio here, Fran, I think. Yan?
Antonio?
Yeah, I think Antonio might get us. See, he's up in front right there. That's Antonio. He gets the give and go right here. And Antonio's just going to go the near side. Yeah, so we'll give it to Antonio. And he pulls it, drags it forward. They wanted a foul there, the Casimiro team. It looked like everyone was running in unison. There wasn't any change in the window as we talk about. Remember, if the window stays the same, they'll let it play there. That'll push them to a 3-goal lead as we click down under a minute.
So, looks like Grand Champions Polo Club, the stronger team here in the second half. With, as you say, Dale, now a little under a minute left to play. Paquito, he might have a crack at a long-distance shot. There it comes. So, Fran Spinacci, Milo McDonough, Antonio Aguirre, and Mito Uranga. They came, they saw, they conquered. Well, there will be another whistle on that play. This will probably be the last play of the game.
Yeah, he tried to clear out Antonio. He got in there behind, coming in from behind. He was trying to clear out. If you watch him right here, watch Grant Gansey will turn it up nicely. Get a little pump fake. And then right here, he went to clear out. They just going to call him from rubbing him in front. But Antonio knew exactly what he was doing. He was trying to get out of the way. And so you will get an open goal here with Steve Cox. You go, Steve, going to get the opportunity at the open goal. Good luck, Steve. And getting a little spin out there. Going to give him another approach here. Horse kind of ducking out on him. Now we'll get her going. And there you go. Get him in, Steve. Ah, good contact. Just off to the right side.
Unlucky. Unlucky indeed. Now then. Are they going to shake hands? Are we going to see another play? I think we will see. This will be the final play of the game. Clock is ticking down. Uranga will send it out to the boards to Fran Spinacci. So, the last 15 seconds on the clock. I believe that ball went out of bounds. So, yeah, they're just going to run the clock down. Ganzi will just hammer that ball towards that goal mouth. But all the hard work is done. So, again, 2 unanswered goals here by Casimiro, which has made Grand Champions Polo Club the winner of this game. Final score then, 6 goals to 9. And, of course, coming up on your screens here, they are. Take it away, Dale, the final match stats.
You got it. They'll be pretty close at 9-6. Just a 3-goal difference. Shots on goal right there, 17-16. Knock-ins. A few more by the Grand Champions Polo Club teams. Casimiro missing the goal a little bit there. Those are a lot of those penalties also. That would have kept them right in there. Throw-ins, back and forth, 11-8. Not too bad, but fouls committed right there. That's for Grand Champions Polo Club. And they did 13 fouls. And even though they get the win here, they're going to want to clean that up as they move on in this limited edition 8 goal. And then 3 goals scored for the penalty line for the Casimiro team. They could have had 7. So a couple things they'll work on, both these young teams, and with some great coaches in their tents. And we talked about all the World Polo League dads and coaches that were out there. Any last words there, Jan?
Indeed. Well done, of course, to both teams. It was a great Saturday morning. We hope you enjoyed it. My last words are to wish you a great weekend, and remember to tune in tomorrow morning. We've got 2 26-goal games in the Palm Beach Open. Audi versus Brookshire tomorrow. I'm sure they're going to want to make up ground after that game yesterday. And then, of course, Kaya Polo against our new team, Global Port. That tomorrow afternoon, CTV Sports, 4 o'clock.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Join us tomorrow. For Jan Edick Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports. I say thank you for making us leaders of polo broadcasting. And always remember, CTV Sports, we love the polo.